You know why the kings, Geta and Caracalla, look so pale and white in Gladiator II? The film, set around 196 AD, builds on the legacy of its predecessor and masterfully combines fact and fiction to explore the volatile politics of ancient Rome. But how much do you know about all the kings featured in the film? Here is a detailed exploration of the kings, the actors who portray them, and how they reflect their historical counterparts. Geta, the calculated tyrant. Joseph Quinn, known for his breakout role in Stranger Things, delivers a chilling performance as Publius Septimius Geta, one of Rome's twin emperors. Set in 1096 AD, Geta rules the Roman Empire alongside his brother, Caracalla. In Gladiator II, he is portrayed as a cold and calculating figure, his intellect and restraint setting him apart from his more reckless and hedonistic sibling. Quinn expertly captures Geta's unnerving ambition and quiet ruthlessness, creating a character as dangerous as he is composed. The film's depiction of Geta emphasizes his bloodthirsty nature and disdain for the common people, a trait visually symbolized by his pale complexion. Using lead-based makeup, a common practice among Roman elites, Geta whitens his face to underscore his superiority over the plebeian masses. This stark, almost ghostly appearance also serves as a metaphor for his detachment from the struggles of those he rules. His regal and pristine image contrasts sharply with the rugged and vengeful Lucius, the film's protagonist. Despite his outward composure, Geta's ambition blinds him to the growing threat within his own ranks. Manipulated by Macrinus, his advisor and confidant, Caracalla murders Geta in a shocking act of betrayal. In a gruesome display of power, Macrinus uses Geta's severed head to intimidate the Senate, cementing his position as the story's ultimate villain. Historically, Geta's fate was equally brutal. He was assassinated by the Praetorian Guard under Caracalla's orders. However, Gladiator II dramatizes this fratricide, turning Geta's death into a pivotal moment in the film's narrative. Caracalla, the hedonistic despot. Paul Mescal takes on the complex role of Lucius Septimius Bassianus, better known as Caracalla, the other half of Rome's ruling duo. Set in 1096 AD, Caracalla is depicted as an erratic and hedonistic ruler, whose indulgences and impulsive nature make him the perfect pawn for Macrinus. Mescal's performance captures Caracalla's descent into paranoia and madness, a character driven by a lethal mix of ambition and personal insecurities. In Gladiator II, Caracalla's syphilis, a condition implied to be the result of his debauched lifestyle, affects his mental faculties, leaving him increasingly unstable and prone to violent outbursts. This weakness allows Macrinus to gain control over him, turning Caracalla against his brother. Mescal portrays this transformation with chilling intensity, showing a man who is both a victim of manipulation and a willing participant in cruelty. Caracalla's betrayal of Geta marks his complete moral collapse, but his alliance with Macrinus is short-lived. As the film progresses, Caracalla becomes a liability, and Macrinus orchestrates his assassination during the chaos of a gladiator revolt. Historically, Caracalla's reign was marked by military campaigns and a ruthless consolidation of power after Geta's death. He ruled as sole emperor for several years before being assassinated by a soldier. But Gladiator II condenses this timeline to heighten the film's tension and drama. Macrinus, the slave who became a king. Denzel Washington shines as Marcus Opelius Macrinus, the film's ultimate antagonist and a former slave turned political manipulator. In 196 AD, Macrinus is introduced as a cunning gladiator owner who buys and enslaves Lucius, the film's hero. His character is a master strategist, using his sharp intellect and extensive connections to climb Rome's treacherous social ladder. Macrinus' backstory as a former slave adds depth to his motivations, framing his rise to power as both personal revenge and a calculated effort to overturn Rome's aristocracy. Washington portrays Macrinus as a deeply layered character, blending charm and menace with equal ease. His manipulation of the twin emperors highlights his strategic brilliance, as he exploits Caracalla's weaknesses and Geta's ambition to position himself as Rome's shadow ruler. However, Macrinus' ambition ultimately leads to his downfall. After orchestrating the deaths of both Geta and Caracalla, he seizes power but fails to account for Lucius's growing strength. In a climactic showdown, Lucius confronts and kills Macrinus, ending his brief reign. Historically, Macrinus did become emperor after Caracalla's assassination, marking him as the first emperor not born into Rome's senatorial class. However, he ruled for just over a year before being overthrown. The film dramatizes his ascent and fall, presenting him as a tragic figure undone by his own schemes. Lucius, the rightful heir. Paul Mescal also stars as Lucius, the grandson of Marcus Aurelius and the rightful heir to Rome's throne. In Gladiator II, Lucius's story begins in tragedy, as he is taken into slavery following the death of his wife. The film follows his journey from a grieving slave to a vengeful warrior, culminating in his rise to power as Rome's new emperor. Lucius's character represents a stark contrast to the corrupt and self-serving rulers of Rome. His resilience and sense of justice echo the values of his grandfather, Marcus Aurelius, and provide a glimmer of hope for Rome's future. Mescal's dual role as both Caracalla and Lucius underscores the film's exploration of power and morality, showing two paths shaped by vastly different choices and circumstances. In the film's climax, Lucius avenges the deaths of his loved ones by defeating Macrinus and reclaiming his birthright. However, the ending hints at the challenges ahead, leaving audiences to wonder whether Lucius can truly reform Rome or if he will succumb to the same corrupting forces that plagued his predecessors. While the historical Lucius Verus died in childhood, the film imagines a new destiny for him, blending elements of historical fiction with epic drama. A tale of power and betrayal. Set in 1960 AD, Gladiator II delves deeply into themes of ambition, legacy, and the corrupting influence of power. The twin emperors, Geta and Caracalla, embody the destructive potential of unchecked authority, while Macrinus serves as a cautionary tale of ambition taken too far. Lucius, as the film's hero, represents hope and resilience, but his ultimate fate remains uncertain. Anchored by powerful performances from Joseph Quinn, Paul Mescal, and Denzel Washington, Gladiator II captures the grandeur and brutality of ancient Rome. With its intricate character arcs and dramatic reinterpretation of history, the film stands as a worthy successor to the original Gladiator, offering a compelling exploration of the human cost of ambition and revenge. Have you watched Gladiator II?